Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Breaking news is from Asmara, Eritrean capital. The president of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh, just a few minutes ago landed in Asmara. This is his fourth visit of Eritrea in the last 2 years. What is the agenda? Is it about bilateral relations or is it about Ethiopia Somalia tensions? Because several important developments happened in the last few days about Ethiopia Somalia conflict over the controversial MOU. Secondly, viewers, regional forces. Last year, we heard from uh, all senior Ethiopian government officials that all regional forces would be disbanded. Only ENDF will be one force functioning in Ethiopia. But in a region last week, a graduation ceremony was held of 10,000 regional special force members. I have details for you in this video. First, viewers, Eritrea Somalia relations. We know that after Hassan Sheikh came to power, Eritrea Somalia relations improved a lot. Though when Farmajo was in power too, Farmajo, Abiy, and Isas Afwerki signed a tripartite agreement in 2018, I think. They were planning to work together back then in 2018, but after that we saw that war broke out, and Eritrea became involved. Eritrea supported Ethiopia. Later, differences emerged between Eritrean and Ethiopian governments, and Ethiopia-Eritrea relations deteriorated. Egypt back then did not have significant influence in Somalia because Farmajo was in alignment with Ethiopia. Hassan Sheikh came to power. Hassan Sheikh was critical of Eritrea when he was in opposition. When he came to power, he improved ties with Eritrea. You know that Eritrea is training Somalia's soldiers. Somalia's air force, naval force, ground forces are being trained by Eritrea. Eritrea is training them, arming them, and we heard claims that the Somalia soldiers were deployed by Eritrea in the war against TPLF Tigray fighters, but the allegations could never be proven. This is Hassan Sheikh's fourth visit of Eritrea since he took office in 2022. Hassan Sheikh, whenever he visits Eritrea, he appreciates Isas Afwerki in high terms, saying that it is Eritrea which is supporting the establishment of Somalia's forces and helping the country rebuild. But question is, what is the objective of this fourth visit of Hassan Sheikh? Was he invited? Because it's an unannounced visit, working visit. Don't know how long will it go on, maybe for a day. Is it about bilateral relations or about regional issues, especially Ethiopia, Somalia tensions? Well, I think it's about both bilateral and regional issues. Firstly, yes, Eritrea is training Somalia's forces. Eritrea is relying on Somalia. Somalia is relying on Eritrea. It's relying on maybe Egypt as well. If you remember, just a few days ago, Hassan Sheikh contacted Al Sisi. The two discussed on phone, and now Hassan Sheikh is in Eritrea. Eritrea, Egypt, Somalia, maybe Djibouti, two alliances clear, formed against Ethiopia to stop Ethiopia from expanding, from gaining access to sea through Somali land. I think that in the past few days, some important developments happened in terms of talks between Ethiopia and Somalia. Indirect talks were held in Turkey, and second round is due to be held in September. And after that, PM Abiy used strong language, mocked the president of Somalia. Somalia reciprocated by saying that Ethiopia was not interested in resolving the issue through dialogue. I think that Hassan Sheikh is visiting Eritrea to brief Eritrean president about Somalia Ethiopia tensions. Hassan Sheikh likes to brief Isaias Afwerki, and he used this term himself, brief, that I briefed the president of Eritrea. He said that in some previous visits too. So he's there to brief Isaias Afwerki that this is what happened in the last few days and weeks in talks with Ethiopia, and we want to share that with you. What should we do next? What should be our next plan? This is what I think he is there for. Secondly, obviously, Eritrea matters a lot for Somalia. It is training Somalia's forces. Somalia wants to establish a strong military, naval, air, ground forces. Turkey is also training Somalia's forces. So far, no statement. Hopefully, in coming hours, we'll see a joint statement, but statement will be about bilateral relations, issues linked to Red Sea, etc., regional issues. It would be said that they were discussed and the two sides agreed on working in collaboration. But we'll try to find information from the inside, then try to update you. Secondly, viewers, it was last year when Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, Berhano Jula, the army chief, announced that there will be no regional force in Ethiopia. Just police will function in regions. And on federal level, just Ethiopian National Defense Force or federal police. There won't be a regional special force. All regional special forces will be dismantled. So they'll become part of police or part of ENDF or federal police or prison police. And then we saw that Ethiopian government disbanded Amhara Special Force. Amhara Special Force resisted, they joined Fano, and we saw the start of a new armed conflict, uprising against government in Amhara region. I said, if you remember last year, I said that the decision to disband ASF was directed at ASF only. It wasn't that the government wanted to disband all regional special forces. No. Government only wanted to disband, dismantle, disarm Amhara Special Force. That is why it said that it was going to dismantle all special forces. Basically, target was Amhara Special Force. But that decision backfired. We saw that ASF joined Fano. Fano is now a force to be reckoned with. Special forces still operating. Not just operating, thousands of new recruits are being trained. Somali Leo Police is basically Somali Special Force. Just like there was Amhara Special Force, in Somali region there is Somali Leo Police. Last week, a graduation ceremony of new recruits of Somali Leo Police was held. 10,000 new recruits have undergone military training. Mustafa Omar, the regional president, Prosperity Party leader too, he attended this graduation ceremony. He delivered a speech there. 10,000 graduated last month. It means that regional special forces were not dismantled in other regions. Only in Amhara, ASF was dismantled. Just why? Because the government saw ASF as an obstacle, as a threat. Federal government believed that ASF would oppose operations against Fano, that ASF would oppose government's decisions about the status of disputed territories like Raya, Olkai, Salamti, etc. That is why it's better to dismantle ASF. But that was a poor decision. You saw that ASF joined Fano. So, in people would say, Sajid, in Somali region, there is need of special forces. Why? Because Somalia region is the target of Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab fighters more than a year ago tried to enter Somalia region. They entered, in fact, and fighting went on for several days, but Somali Leo police managed to push Al-Shabaab out of Somalia region. Yes, I agree. Somali region shares border with Somalia. There is threat of Al-Shabaab. Ethiopia needs a strong force, but truth should be told. The government should have told the truth. It said all special forces would be dismantled. All were not dismantled. Target was Amhara Special Force. Thank you for watching.